All right, I'm going to do a quick tutorial on how to find literary scholarly sources if you ever need them for an essay, or if you ever want to browse them just to get ideas for what to write about for a specific text. So the first thing you're going to do is start at the Verona High School website. If you can't get to the Verona High School website, I'm so sorry. I think you're going to have to figure that out on your own. But if you scroll down and find the Learning Commons tab, it will open into the Learning Commons page, which is something that I hope you're at least mildly familiar with from history class. If you're not already, I'm positive that by when you leave here, you'll be familiar with how to use this database page. But if you're looking for a specific resource for literature, there are some options for you to look at that are really easy to use. So if you scroll down and find the Gale Literature Resource Center, this is the one we're going to look at today. JSTOR is also a good resource. There's a few on here that would really help. Bloom's Literature is down here. We're going to look, I think the interface for Gale is very simple and straightforward, and I think that their previews are really nice. So one thing you have to know about the VHS Learning Commons website is that a lot of the passwords are down below the description. You just have to highlight to find them. So for example, if you wanted to log into JSTOR, you would highlight here and you would note that Verona High School, Verona HS is the username. The password is research. So if we're going to go into Gale, all of these sites need passwords or passwords and usernames. So if you highlight down here, you can see the password is white. So when we click in, it is going to, well, it's not going to ask me because I auto sign in. But if you click in here, it'll ask you for a password. You put in white, like maroon and white, and now you're in. So if you're searching for something, so let's say you wanted to write about gender in Macbeth, and you wanted to see what some scholars had to say about this first. Maybe you were looking for an additional source to add to your text. All you would have to do is put a very simple search term in here, and it would come up with all of these different articles. Now, sometimes scholarly work is nice and it gives us a little abstract beforehand, meaning that it will give you a little bit of a description of what's going on in here beforehand. An introduction is also a good place to start. Sometimes it just dumps you right in. This is in text format, not PDF, so you can scroll through. You could even find if you wanted specific terms in here, right? If you wanted to just look at specifically, I mean, this is going to be the whole article, right? But if you're looking for something very specific, you can do a control find and find all the instances that the phrase appears in the text. Very nice. So yeah, let's say you wanted to look at the unsex me here monologue, right? Wow. Oh, they even reference it by line here. So easy. The best way to make sure that you've saved these, though, because you're logged in on a school account and not on a personal account, right? If this was a personal account, you might be able to keep your own folder of things and have your own annotations and whatnot. But because you're logged in through the VHS school account, you want to make sure that you're keeping track of these so that you don't have to search them up every single time. So you can send them to Google Drive and add them to your own Google Drive. You could download it as a, I forget what format these download into, but that doesn't really matter. You could print it if you really wanted to, but make sure you save it and you note when you save it like this, it's going to get all of this great citation information saved as well. And that'll help you write your citation, and it'll help you refer back to it as you write through your essay, because I guarantee you taking one look at this is not going to be enough, especially if you want to quote it. That is it. The only other thing I want to point out about Gale specifically, and many sites have these, is there are the option to cite specifically in whatever format, right? I say that I hate citation machines or I hate citation generators because it makes you punch all the information in yourself, and then it pops the citation out, which is the easiest way to do that is cut out the middleman and just write the information yourself in citation format. Why punch it in somewhere and then make them, that's an extra step. But if the place you're getting the article from is just going to write the citation for you, that's even easier. So you can just hit the citation button, and if you wanted to change your format, you could. That's it.